me show you how to be a star.
It's week 16 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jameson Williams. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Thunderbirds and the Buccaneers, and it's all up next.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. As we take a peek at their versatile quarterback, the Hawaii native and former Oregon Duck, Marcus Mariota.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Mariota. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Colin Saunders able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
on first down. Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
From midfield, here's Brady. He gets this complete to Cephas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man. He's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Brady now on first down. We're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Again, they'll throw with Brady. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
And boy, just about did a pirouette that time as he spins forward. That's about as impressive of a 5-yard gain as you'll see. Brady's throw going into the hands of Williams. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And the holders is going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Well, clearly that was a design play. I just don't know that it was the right design. I mean, you're older to have him pick it up and kind of be the power guy trying to run through the middle. Everything has to go right for that to work.
You mean you weren't relying on just great blocking to get him through? You kind of think maybe he can help make his own way if he's an actual running back instead of the holder? Yeah, I thought the same thing.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Levi Onwuzurike has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Ooh, with a juke. A second fake. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Patterson. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin with a run by Fournette. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 2-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Mariota on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On second down, here's Fournette.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Gets around him. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. This offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rose.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
That one good for 14 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Brady going to throw.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Brady had his hands on it and dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
3rd and 2 and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
Tom Brady trots off on 4th down, and on comes kicker Matt Gay.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So out come the Bucs now. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Bass. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Under pressure, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
35 yards that time on the punt. Throwing on 1st down is Brady.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
Brady's pass complete to Jameson Williams. It's a gain of 8.
Play action. Now it's Brady.
At the 35-yard line.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And they rattle off a big one. 62 yards.
We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
Throwing now is Brady. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Fournette, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Jake Camarda now. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. Oh, nice move. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
They'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Brady. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And he'll complete the... And oh, he coughed it up! And the Buccaneers have it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bass. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Mariota on 3rd and 2. He finds his man complete. That's Bass. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
We'll begin things in the Hoosier State. A couple of dome teams going at it. Indianapolis hosting Atlanta. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure no.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jameson Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a jet sweep. This is Evans with it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Mariota. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Up the gun, Fournette. And this is going to be a Bucs first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
The gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A first down throw for Mariota. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Mariota. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To the air again, Mariota. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs get a bit closer. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But Jameson Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady, he's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson in search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. Hard throw, incomplete.
And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a dump off here complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A shotgun give to Fournette. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Play action now. Mariota.
3rd and 3.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
A gain of 8 yards.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Brady. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
Personal foul. Basement. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. To throw, it's Brady. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Thunderbirds are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Mariota on 1st down. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mariota.
A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down, Mariota. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
It's a gain of 9.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mariota.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
At least this time he's getting hit up with positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Mariota. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
To throw, Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Caden Smith.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Swift. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively. And
one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a handoff to Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To try again after the sack. Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a carry for Swift. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
They continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next